you spent 12 years in primary and secondary school, another 4 years at university, a total of roughly 16 years of formal education. And from all of that time, how many hours were dedicated to learning how to manage the money you will earn throughout your lifetime? Almost zero. According to the S&P Global FinLit Literacy Survey, only 1 in 3 adults worldwide has a basic understanding of how money works. That means nearly 3.5 billion people struggle with essential financial concepts like interest, inflation, risk, and investing. The result is not just poor financial decisions, it leads to debt, financial stress, and missed opportunities to build long-term wealth. This is not simply an economic problem, it is a global education problem that affects millions of lives every single day. Today, we will discuss lessons never taught in any school, the reality of money, and how to manage it wisely. Not abstract theory, not empty motivation. These are principles tested by scientific research, practiced by the world's most financially secure individuals, and directly relevant to your life today. Morgan Housel, in his book, The Psychology of Money, which has sold over 4 million copies worldwide, wrote a deceptively simple, yet transformative sentence. Doing well with money has a little to do with how smart you are, and a lot to do with how you behave. Financial health is not about intelligence, it is about behavior. This is why there are specialist physicians earning hundreds of millions of rupiah per month, yet with virtually no savings. And there are elementary school teachers who retire with an investment portfolio substantial enough to leave wealth for 2 generations. The difference is not in the size of the number on their paycheck. The difference lies in their financial thinking systems and behaviors. In this video, we will examine 5 realities about money that were never taught in school. 5 lessons that, if you learn and apply them now, regardless of your age, regardless of your current income, will fundamentally redirect the trajectory of your financial journey. Most people believe the solution to all their financial problems is a higher income. This is the most dangerous conceptual error in financial literacy. Thomas J. Stanley's research in The Millionaire Next Door uncovered a startling fact. The majority of American millionaires live in ordinary neighborhoods, drive ordinary cars, and consistently spend far below their means. Ramit Sethi introduced the concept of the conscious spending plan, a system where you consciously and automatically allocate money into 4 categories: fixed necessities, savings and investments, expenditures that create long-term value, and guilt-free spending money. The key is not how tight your budget is. The key is the consistency of an automated system. How to apply this? On the first day of receiving your salary, set up automatic transfers to your savings and investment accounts before the money is even visible to you. This is not discipline, this is system design. You are removing the most unreliable human variable from your financial equation. Impulsive decision-making. Robert Kiyosaki, in Rich Dad Poor Dad, provides the clearest definition of the difference between assets and liabilities. An asset is something that puts money into your pocket, while a liability is something that takes money out of your pocket. This definition sounds simple, but its implications are radically transformative in how we perceive every purchase. Take an example highly relevant to Indonesia's younger generation today. Purchasing a motor vehicle on credit. Every month, the vehicle credit takes money out of your pocket. Maintenance costs take money out of your pocket. Value depreciation takes value out of your pocket. By Kiyosaki's definition, this is a liability, even if you legally call it asset ownership. The question you must ask before every major purchase is not, can I afford the installments? But rather, does this put money into or take money out of my pocket in the long run? This shift in questioning from affordability to cash flow is the first sign that someone has begun to think like an investor rather than a consumer. Albert Einstein, though historians debate this attribution, is often cited as calling compound interest the 8th wonder of the world. Regardless of who first said it, the mathematics is irrefutable. Someone who begins investing 1 million rupiah per month at age 22, assuming an average annual return of 12%, will have accumulated over 7 billion rupiah by age ke-60. Someone who begins the same journey at age 32, just 10 years later, will end the same journey with less than 2.5 billion rupiah. The 4.5 billion rupiah difference did not come from additional contributions, not from smarter investments. All of it came from 10 lost years of time. This is not a financial calculation. It is the most compelling argument for starting now, with whatever you have. This principle also works inversely for high-interest debt. Credit card debt, at 2.25% monthly interest, equivalent to 27% annually, is compound interest working against you with equal ferocity. Understanding compound interest from both sides is the foundation of all sound financial decisions. In the world of investing, there is a concept known as sequence of returns risk. The risk that a bad event at the wrong time can devastate an entire financial strategy built over years. An emergency fund is a defensive mechanism against this risk in everyday life. BPS data from 2024 shows that 62% of Indonesian households do not have sufficient emergency funds to cover 3 months of expenses. What does this mean practically? When a layoff arrives, when a vehicle breaks down unexpectedly, when a family member falls ill, a person without an emergency fund is forced to choose between two equally damaging options: selling investment assets at potentially the worst moment, or falling into high-interest debt. Both options erase financial progress that may have taken years to build. The minimum standard recommended by certified financial planners is 3 to 6 months of monthly expenses, held in liquid instruments, a competitive savings account, or money market mutual funds. This is not a high-return investment. This is the insurance premium for your entire financial strategy, and it is the first priority before any investment whatsoever. Daniel Kahneman and Amos Tversky introduced the concept of scarcity mindset in the context of behavioral economics, a psychological state in which a person who feels a sense of lack consistently makes decisions that worsen that lack. In financial terms, this creates a vicious cycle. Feeling financially scarce gives making poor financial decisions, becoming more financially scarce. Sendhil Mullainathan and Eldar Shah, in their book Scarcity, Why Having Too Little Means So Much, proved through a series of experiments that conditions of scarcity literally reduce a person's cognitive capacity, similar to the effect of sleep deprivation on thinking ability. This means poverty is not merely an economic condition. Poverty is a cognitive burden that makes it increasingly difficult for a person to escape it. The way out of this cycle begins, not with your bank account, but with how you redefine your relationship with money. The first practice recommended by financial psychology: begin tracking every expense, not to punish yourself, but to gather data about your own behavioral patterns. Awareness is the only exit from patterns that operate below the level of consciousness. We have examined 5 lessons absent from any formal curriculum. First, money is a system, not a quantity. Second, every purchase is a strategic decision between asset and liability. Third, time is your most valuable financial resource, and compound interest is the proof. Fourth, an emergency fund is a non-negotiable foundation before anything else. Fifth, your mindset is the most important variable in your financial equation. I want to close with one sentence from Morgan Housel that I believe encapsulates everything we have discussed today. The most important financial decision of your life is not how much you earn, but what kind of relationship you have with enough. The most important financial decision of your life is not the size of your income, but the relationship you have with the word enough. Financial freedom does not mean having everything. Financial freedom is the state in which money no longer dominates every decision in your life, where you choose your work because you love it, not because you were forced to, where you can be generous because you are able to, not because you feel guilty, where you sleep soundly every night without the weight of financial burden pressing down. That is the true definition of wealth. If there is one thing you want to do after watching this video, do it now, today. Before anything else, open your banking app and set up one automatic transfer, however small, to a dedicated savings account. Not next month, not after the next payday. Now, because a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and the first step toward financial freedom is making the system work for you, not relying on willpower. I want to hear from you. From the 5 lessons we covered today, which one surprised you the most, or felt most relevant to your current situation? Write it in the comments. Even just one sentence is enough. Your answer will help me understand which lessons are most needed for the next episode. Subscribe and enable notifications so you don't miss the next episode, because in the next video, we go far deeper. Why your income can keep rising, yet your savings never grow. This phenomenon has a name in economic psychology, and millions of people experience it without ever understanding why. Until then, keep thinking critically, keep growing.